Sorry, I'm just looking at NIBRI report number 71.
Okay.
And this is on collapse systemic dynamics approach to the Nigerian housing sector using Gwarimpa as a case study.
Oh.
I've only seen conclusion, I've not seen recommendation on you know.
There should be recommendations somewhere.
No, there's none.
Okay.
There's none.
Maybe that
I've
one is
just gone
but
there.
check whether the recommendations are there.
So for this, you don't have a recommendation on what you know what to do, what can be done, you know, to solve this problem. So that's why I'll just like to know if within, you know, the professional, you know, within your professional bodies, whether there's a system to check, you know, some of these irregularities. You know, you talked about quackery. Do you have a system within the professional bodies, you know, to check this?
In Korea, there is what we call state technical committees.
Okay.
In each state, there is a team that composed of inspectors on any construction projects. The state governors give the representatives, the Ministry of Works, the state and federal, the professional bodies give representatives. We have about 14 of them. Police are members, immigration are members, civil defense are members, and we are also now including ICPC because we have MOU with them. Now, usually when you go to every state, this is what we call STC. And we also have another committee that we call Expatriate Monitoring Committee because of the experts in terms of resident permit, working permit, and what we call expatriate quota. So we have these structures in all the states of the Federation. And these are inspectors. Okay. We have developed checklists that we normally, like the DG is saying, right from the design, from the Development Control Office, who design, who check, who approve the design, up to the site. Has the site geotechnical investigation been taken, topographical tests been taken, soil properties been taken, who did it, in which laboratories? Korean has the mandate to accredit laboratories across the country to be able to do this. We have, like he said, we have just, for example, about 13, 17 laboratories owned by the then Federal Ministry of Works and Housing. But I am sorry to say that none of them is functioning now. Okay. They are obsolete, we don't have the equipment. So when you want to go and test, verify the standardization of material like cement, like roads and anything, we don't have the labs. The few labs we have is NIBRI has a lab, and we have some few private laboratories that Korean accredit, but they are grossly inadequate. So you will not be able to have this. Now, this our technical committee will go to site. They would like to see who is the engineer that is registered, that is supervising this building, who is the architect, who is the builder. You know, it's a team of all the experts. If we don't see this, we have a mechanism to warn the client, the developer, and our professional colleagues there to provide all this information. If they do succeed, the project continues. Otherwise, we give what we call stop work order. And you see in some of this report, you see that non-compliance to stop work order, meaning you have asked that construction should stop because there are areas that you are not comfortable based on the checklist. And then when the thing aggravates, we even close siting. Now, all this that I'm saying, you know, will eventually lead to investigation panel, and then tribunal, and then sanctioning of our colleagues, whether the engineer or the architect or the builder or the quantity surveyor or the surveyor. Okay. Now, this is, like I said, I will still repeat it because that is one of, I think, the key area we should focus on. This, when you look on a scale of 10, the infractions that are happening that are responsible for building collapse, this is not more than 20%. The majority of what is responsible for building collapse are the developers, the client, the owners, who are not complying at all. They disregard anything because the law...
But even if the 20% they wake up and do their job, you can still prevent...
Yeah, that is...
because if the 20% are doing the right thing...
We will look at
the
the 80%.
the 8%.
Yeah. It is easier said. It is easier said.
Yeah.
Like
Because in
Dr.
every
Ademo is saying.
association-
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Like Dr. Ademo is saying. You see, the demonstration of complying with ethics and professional standards. When you have the likes of Julius Berger and all these foreign expatriates companies, you see total compliance with the 20%. But when you have, local indigenous, somebody like you have a five-story building, you want to employ me as an engineer to do you what you are expecting me to do, and I give you my fee, you will look the other way. You go and look for a quack outside. He is the one that will replace me, that will be doing the job, and that quack will not be able to do this.
That is
20%.
That is why you should work with the state or the federal government ministries and make complaint. Say, look, this is what I have observed. This is what is going on.
Yes.
And what are you doing about it?
Yeah.
Because when you raise such questions,
the point I'm saying is, even when you report, the owner of the building, there is no law that says you should be punished, and that's what we are glamoring now. You see, until that happens, that we find a way to enact laws and legislation that will handle and deal with the 80% who are creating, in our own opinion, who are creating this mess in the country. The 20% are handicapped largely because...
President,
Yes.
you've talked about quacks. Later, I would like you to clarify who really is a quack.